it's me, Renee. I'm back. So, as you can see from the title, this is the DNF book tag. I recently saw it on several channels and it looked like fun, so that's what I'm doing. I'll be, of course, leaving the creator in a doobly-doo. And yeah, let's start. Question 1. Do you DNF? Yes. I suppose it would be interesting if you did this not DNF, because a lot of questions relate to have you DNF and stuff. So I suppose it's probably gonna be hard to find someone who doesn't ever DNF. I think most people DNF sometimes anyway. But yeah, anyway, yeah, I do. There's so many books in the world, and I don't have time. I don't have time for books wasting my time. I don't have that. No, I just rather put the book away and give other books that I know or that I think will be better use of my time and use my time on those books. So yeah. Question 2. If you do DNF, does it count as you're finished for the month? That's like if you DNF, if you read 15 books for 1 month and you DNF 3 of them, do you is it then 15 books or is it then 13 books? 12 books, yeah. Well, honestly for me, I would say they count. Because as long as I DNF something, it means that I'm not getting back to it. But it also means that if someone at least then I suppose if you ask me 5 years in the future, it's gonna be hard. But if you ask me the same week or 2 weeks after I DNF something, if you ask me why did I DNF it, I'll say didn't like the characters, didn't like the plot. I'll give a reason for it. Yeah, I think as long as if I feel strongly enough about a book to DNF it, I'll also have strong enough opinions on it to say why I didn't like it or not. And yeah, for me, counting it as finished, yeah, because it's not a book I'm gonna get back to, and it's not, and it's a book that I have opinions on. So yeah, I count them. Question 3: is there a difference for you between putting a book down and DNFing it? For me, yeah, it is. As you might notice, though this might be your first video of mine. Hi, I'm Renee. I read a lot, as you see. But yeah, I'm a mood reader, so and also even though I do TBRs, I'm not really feel I read a lot. Basically all I do is reading. I read so much. I might go hiking and then listen to an audiobook, or I might read and bring a book on a hike, or I might read on my way to work. I always read. I might watch some TV, watch some movies, but mainly I think 97% of what I do is reading, so I read a lot. But it's not all the time when I read. I might pick up a book on Monday, and then on Monday in the afternoon, and then after dinner maybe I want to read something else, and then I pick up another book, and then on Tuesday I pick up a third book. So and reading several books at once, that's not really a problem for me. And yeah, and so sometimes I pick up book X on Wednesday, enjoy it, and then maybe on Tuesday I go back to a book from Monday, finish that one, maybe I find another book, and then suddenly a book from Wednesday is kind of forgotten. But it doesn't mean that it's DNF'd. DNFing for me, it's when I make a conscious decision to get this book, I'm not gonna finish it. If I'm simply taking a pause, it's still at the back of my mind, it's still on my Goodreads, it's not out of my reading mentality. It's still there in my mind, thinking about it. I think sometimes, oh yeah, that book, I want to go get back to it. If I DNF a book, I don't really think that much about it afterwards. Well, I suppose if people say that's the best book of the year, you think I DNF'd it? You think it's the best of the year? But I don't really think it in relation to myself, as you would think. So yeah, there's a difference for me. Question number 4: popular books you DNF'd. This one I actually have a hard time answering. Like, I think actually for me it would kind of be easy to say like popular series I DNF'd. Like, I never actually finished. I don't think I ever actually finished Twilight. I might have read Breaking Dawn, but maybe skimmed it. I'm not quite sure. I don't think I did. And I didn't. I did not finish. Yeah, Raven Boys. I read the first two books, and yeah, actually, I think I'm DNF the third book. Yeah, didn't read the fourth book. So yeah, that one as was the third Raven Boys book. And other than that, yeah, I tried last year, I tried pretty recently to read Wuthering Heights. I think I got like maybe 2 or 3 chapters, maybe 4 chapters into it. I didn't like it. I just no, I didn't like any of it. I didn't like the characters or dialogue or anything. So like, no, I'm not gonna waste my time on a book if nothing about the book appeals me except like having said I read the book. I'm not gonna finish a book just because it's a classic. If it's a classic and it interests me and or like parts of the book is good to me, yeah, I'll finish it. But I won't finish a book simply because people say they should finish it. I won't. So yeah. So yeah, that's more or less what I have answered that one. Question 5. Books you wished you DNF'd. I suppose that would kind of be like because I can't really think off the top of my head, but like it happens, yeah, sometimes when I start a book, the beginning of the book is really good, and then it just gets worse and worse and worse. But you kind of think like, well, it was so good in the start, so it has to get back to good, doesn't it? But then sometimes that's actually how it is. The book just starts so good, and then it just falls just down into trash. But yeah, so there are books that I've supposed in a way wished I DNF because I used time on it like I used on other stuff, and it wasn't worth my time. Now you're probably asking titles. I can't for life of me remember at the moment. I'll see if I'll link someone in Duru, and I suppose I might like do a video in the future on like books I DNF'd, like popular books and stuff, or like yeah, also like books I wished I DNF. But yeah, at the moment, can't really think of any specific titles. So yeah, I'm just gonna move on. And yeah, next question is second chances. Do you ever, when after DNF a book, do you ever pick it up and try to read again in the future? Like, do you give it second chance? With me, and yeah, and like if you do that, does it change your mind about the book? There are some books that I've read once and then picked up later, but then again, are there any books that are DNF and then picked up later and I enjoy them? Don't really think so, actually. I can't actually remember one at the moment. If there is, like, there are books that I read, like, finished or like anyway skimmed, and then didn't think it was that good, and then read it again later because I kind of wanted to give it another shot to like see maybe I'm missing something. But books I have DNF'd and then got back to them, don't think there are actually. When I think about it, I thought like first I was gonna say yes, but don't think there are really. Can't recall anyone. So yeah, I'm just gonna say no. Maybe if you go through all my backlog, maybe you'll see some videos. I'll say something else. But at the moment, I can't remember anything. So yeah, I'm just gonna say no. What? Yeah. Question number 7. What do you do to DNF books? So if you DNF a book, do you put it on its own shelf? Do you throw it in the trash? Do you use charity, etc., etc.? I suppose for me it kind of depends on the book. Like I DNF. I read an arc a couple of months ago. DNF it. Didn't really like it that much, but I ended up giving it to my dad because I thought maybe he'll like it. So like if I know people that I think might like it more than me, I'll give it to them. If not, I'll give it to charity. Because yeah, honestly, I know some people on BookTube and the world in general. Like they don't really like to give away books. They keep all the books. They hoard the books they have. Even though I have a lot of books, you see, a lot of books. All these books still they all mean something to me. They are all there for a reason. Like I generally routinely do unhauls. So like I haven't done so many on my channel, but like I generally pick up books that I don't really want to read anymore, and then to make space for other books. So yeah, for me myself to keep books on my shelf that I DNF'd, I don't know. I don't really see the reason behind doing that. I suppose if they're part of a series, then still if I DNF'd it, it means I'm not gonna read it again, and I'm not really gonna like it. So I'm just gonna look at it and just be mad. I mean that's kind of what I like. If I look at a book that I don't like, I get a bit mad. Well, yeah, I get slightly mad. So yeah, I'm gonna give them away. Giving those away. I used to people I know about charity. Question number 8. Do you choose more risky TBRs or more risky books to read because of your DNFing habits? Yes and no. Not specifically. I would say okay, so I'm 28 this year, so I've lived on this earth for 28 years, almost 30 years. And for most of those years, I've read a lot. Well, yeah, been a book addict. And so I kind of would say I know what I like and what I don't like. And yeah, my booking taste has evolved, but I still kind of know what I still kind of like generally what I really like. I haven't really changed that much. I do try to read sci-fi sometimes, though it's not my favorite genre, but I try to read that sometimes. And I do sometimes I pick a book because it has a lot of hype. Like if it's a very hyped book from a good review or New York Times or something, I might pick up, even though it's about a war and it's about rape. And I mean, if it has lots of buzzwords, that's no for me. I might still pick it up. If a lot of people say it's good. So, that often means I probably will DNF it because even though a book is written good and it's good quality, does not mean everyone will like it. I mean, it's like Lord of the Rings. I can't really say. I suppose I haven't finished it. Actually, well, actually, yeah, that's actually a book I DNF'd. Probably books, yeah. Never finished that book. But yeah, Lord of the Rings. I can't really say if it's bad quality or not because I haven't finished it. It wasn't that way. I don't really know that much about the quality of it. But a lot of people say it has great quality. Though yeah, it wasn't for me. So yeah, I tend to try some books that are hyped, even though I suppose some part of me know I probably might not love them. But then again, sometimes I pick up a book that's out of my comfort zone and I love it. So it's kind of what I do really. So yeah, sometimes I do that, but either way, I'll never pick up a book just solely because nothing. A book, if I pick it up, it's because I trust because I trust someone who recommends it, because I trust the reviewer, because it's been a bestseller, or because the plot interests me. If, for example, if I wander into a used bookstore, I find a book that came out in 1987. I Google it, and it seems like the book is kind of obscure. It has sold books, but it's out of print now, and it's never been hyped, never been made into movie, doesn't have that many Goodreads reviews, and if the plot seems to me, then I won't pick it up. I mean, there has to be something in it for me to read it. I won't read anything. Though I suppose that's probably not that uncommon, but yeah, I mean, I have some definitions and some requirements for what I read. So yeah. And then next question is tag 5 people. I'll just do that in Doodle. Though yeah, tag people. I think maybe this tag is slightly new because sometimes you kind of feel like tagging people in tags is well, you probably done it before. But I think this is slightly new, though might be wrong. But yeah, I'm gonna tag some people, at least maybe not 5, but some people in Doodle. And also as always, if you see this and you want to do it, you're tagged. And yeah, This is me saying Renee out. Bye bye.